Hello, welcome. This is the state. I'm Jeffrey Burtis of the Stadium Junkies Media. This is NFL Talk, which I think I finally came up with a name thanks to us discussing off air. This is going to be the Couch Talk, where we talk about the NFL and we just give you the realist thoughts of what's going on in the NFL. I'm the glorious Jeffrey Burtis. Joining me on this nice little Couch Talk is.
Well, of course, it's Tony Lopez, and it's a wonderful day in the world of sports. No
World of
drama,
Sports. I
no
mean,
anything going on. The NFL is going great,
uh,
except for if you're a Cowboys fan or a Saints fan.
Wait,
We are both
why you bring that up?
we're miserable.
No, you're miserable. I'm looking up and just like, this shows promise. But anyway, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute.
But yeah, we'll discuss further into that. But right now, there are some things we need to get off our little chest with the NFL. This NFL, it wasn't a bizarre week where everything that was not supposed to happen happened, but overall, before we go into our topics, let's recap what happened in week 4. The three key story things that I looked up is Rams are for real. The Rams are clearly for real. Chiefs are the best team, and I believe in Deshaun Watson. I've been saying that before, and I say it again. He is going to lead the Houston Texans to the playoffs.
My three things from week 4 were the Chargers can't finish. The Patriots have the worst defense in the NFL right now.
Wow.
And the Buffalo Bills are the most surprising team in the NFL right now.
For me, the most surprising team is the Rams.
The only reason I think it's the Bills is because I did not think they were in this good a shape. I thought they were in strictly rebuilding mode right now.
Clearly, they're not.
They're 3-1. They just beat Atlanta too.
Hey, Atlanta didn't have Julio Jones, so take that with a grain of salt.
Still, you have Matt Ryan. You still have a Super Bowl defending team.
Whose defense I have much questions of.
But still, with Buffalo's team, you should have been able to win the game.
There's a little question marks I have for the Atlanta Falcons in terms of defense. Their offense is fine. It's just their defense is
skeptical.
It's very, very much skeptical. The Rams, I've never been a fan of the Rams. I've known the Rams have had a pretty legit defense, but Jared Goff, my God, him and Todd Gurley.
Good.
Todd Gurley, I'm just like, none of the experts, except for maybe a few, had picked the Rams to pull off that win against the Cowboys. Everyone's like, Cowboys, yourself included, Tony.
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan. What you expect me to say? I didn't think that Los Angeles was going to be this good. I didn't think Todd Gurley, of anybody, was going to rip us apart and tear us a new end.
He hurdled over one of your defenders that was in standing.
Yeah. And, don't forget, he hurdled over him and then dove in the end zone and got a touchdown.
Yes. Going into that game could have been worse. Way worse than the score looked. The 7 field goals. If you had Greg Zerling, oh my goodness, on your fantasy team, that's ridiculous.
I should have picked him up. I think somebody else in our fantasy league actually had him.
That could have been way worse than you know it.
Yeah, I
know. My thing is with the Rams, they need to finish drives. That win convinced me that they will at least they might win the division, but it's going to be tough. They're easily going to fight for a wild card.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They'll easily get a wild card, but division, it might be theirs. Because Seahawks, I still have questions over their offensive line. And the Rams' defense, Mm-hmm. Can the Seahawks fix their offensive line woes before they face the Rams? And man, I can't wait to see those two face off twice in the season.
I mean, for me, the big thing for me is
The Chargers.
they seem to get close single week, every single week, but they just can't finish. They did it. It happened again to them this week with Philadelphia coming into town. It just
Well, it's the Eagles. I now expect the Eagles to be.
it's just the fact is that every week they've played, they've had a problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have to be able to put up some more offense, and the defense has to be able to help out when needed, to not to have to rely on a rookie kicker the whole time.
He's a rookie, so he's gonna make some mistakes. But it makes no sense when it makes no sense when you have Philip Rivers, he's not a scrub. He's pretty good. Rivers is pretty good.
Absolutely.
It makes no sense.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, yes. It makes no sense when you have Keenan Allen as your primary weapon and Philip Rivers, and you're not able to finish. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I know.
But and then also Monday night. Did you watch the Monday night game? Chiefs, Redskins. The two teams with the Indian names.
Oh yeah, I did not end up watching the Trail of Tears game, but I did end up catching the highlights.
Same here, and I'm just like, had the Redskins stayed healthy, because as soon as Josh Norman left, they get bam, 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 bam. 5 out of 6 injuries in the fourth quarter came on defense. They were They were totally depleted.
From what I was understanding, this is actually on Jake Gruden, like completely on Jake Gruden. They could have took a timeout. They could have not taken a timeout at a time they didn't need to, but they did, and I think it screwed up the groove. It's messed up everything. I mean, John Gruden in the booth was even silent about it. He couldn't even say anything about it. So
that's kind of sad.
When your bonehead of a brother doesn't know how to finish football games, it just happens like that.
Bonehead of a brother, huh?
All right, you know how I feel about the Washington football team.
You put your feelings aside. Put your feelings aside, Tony. You're trying to be unbiased and professional as you can.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to, but they keep proving a point.
But now, one last thing about Week 4. I believe in Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is playing.
Put up 57 points.
Yes, 57.
That team put up 57 points. It's insane to think that a team led by a rookie quarterback, I don't care of his stature, quarterback, put up that many points against a pretty good defense.
Everyone's high on the Titans. I'm high on Houston.
I'm high on the Titans. I said they'll make the playoffs.
I believe in Deshaun Watson, sir.
I mean, I just didn't think Deshaun Watson. First off, I didn't actually expect Deshaun Watson to get in Week 1. So
yeah,
and I was completely off.
He's changed the culture that Houston Texans locker room. He brings an attitude where they believe they can win no matter what.
Yeah.
They almost pulled off the win against New England, but one miracle play saved Tom Brady.
They tiptoed in that end zone. I'll give him credit where credit's due.
Yes.
You can't you can't say anything bad about him. He's your guy.
I believe in Deshaun Watson. I've been saying that before, and I'll say it again. Yes, but now that Week 4 is over, we need to talk
Yes.
about some of the storylines that came out of week 4 going into week 5. First, I know we didn't talk about this, but we have breaking. Bears fans, you get what you wanted. Starting week 5, Mitchell Trubisky will be the starting quarterback starting on Monday night. You get what you want, but he better be good.
But my whole thing with that is you're putting him in on Monday night on a big stage.
The only game on Monday night. Everyone will be watching.
They're literally putting him out there to sink or swim. They're trying to see if this guy has it.
I mean, you're 1-3, right? You're 1-3, right? Or 1-4.
And you only win 1-3, and their only win was an overtime win against Pittsburgh.
Yes. Mike Glennon's clearly not the answer.
No. But at the same time, do you have that much trust in the rookie quarterback yet? Because I don't feel like he's ready. I would still keep Glennon out there.
I still felt like Deshaun Watson was the better draft pick.
Well, yeah, I think everybody did, but the whole thing with Mitchell Trubisky was the upside with him. That's the only reason they drafted him like that. Arm, he has accuracy, but his whole thing is like he was only a starting quarterback in college for a year. So it's the experience that he's needing.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, yeah, you'll get more experience actually playing on the field, but is he ready for it?
I mean, you're putting him on the main stage. I know Monday Night Football is not what it used to be. Right now, the biggest stage in football, besides the Super Bowl, is Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, but Monday Night Football, the first few weeks of it, actually getting some pretty good games played on Monday night.
Yes.
So,
indeed.
No, we'll see what happens, though.
Yes, on that we will see. But, I mean, it's going to be tough. You're putting him on that spotlight.
Please,
Mr. Tony.
The fact that Andrew Luck is back in practice.
I mean, okay, he's back in practice.
This will boost the morale of the whole team. Just the fact that they see him on the practice field, actually getting reps. Now, just trying to get back in shape, trying to get his shoulder back to where it needs to be. Andrew Luck,
I mean,
him just being out there will change things.
Will it?
Because they looked like absolute garbage on Sunday night against the Seahawks.
I mean, you're up against the Legion. Tony, it's 3 words: Legion of Boom.
You halftime 18-16, losing the game. Well, let me see the score one more time. The final score:
Legion of Boom, Tony, with Jacoby Brissett, against the Legion of Boom. Yeah, eventually, it was going to happen where the Legion of Boom was going to devour the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, but still.
What was that final score?
18-46.
Talk about
how do you allow them to score 30 points in the second half?
Legion of Boom and no defense.
It's just the fact I feel like this will boost the morale. It may help them actually have a little bit more confidence on the field. Just the fact that
they're not winning the division. They're not making the playoffs. So go ahead.
Well, I mean, still.
I mean, the damage is already done.
It's the fact that
you're like 1-3. 1-3. 1-3. You're not making the playoffs because I believe Houston's taking that division. You're going to be fighting for a wild card because either the Bills are going to take the wild card. I still believe New England is going to win the division, despite their defensive woes. I still believe that.
What if New England doesn't, though?
I would be very surprised. And then also you have the toughest division in the AFC West, which is now looking to be a three-way race. Now that Derek Carr is out 2 to 6 weeks, they might not even make it.
I think they'll be fine. I think EJ Manuel is going to be able to step in and actually play pretty well. But at the same time, add up because we've had these injuries, backs, and what is everybody thinking?
What? I don't
Colin
know.
Kaepernick had been signed yet.
Yes, he has a point. So, Mr. Colin Kaepernick, the one who started the protests, he has yet to be signed. However, Marcus Mariota, he's pretty much out for the season, correct?
Who?
I mean, Marcus Mariota.
I don't think he is.
But he's hurt. He's hurt.
He's hurt. He is hurt.
And who did they sign?
Ended up going out and
who they end up going out signing?
Brandon Weeden.
Brandon Weeden.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. If you had to tell me, which quarterback would you pick? Would you pick on talent alone, Brandon Weeden or Colin Kaepernick?
Kaepernick, easily.
Easily, just off of talent alone. The fact
if you're going to sign, look, let's just break it down to simple. Yeah, Colin's not the most accurate quarterback in the world, but with that offense that Tennessee runs, he could fit in perfectly because they run that ball like crazy. And what does Colin Kaepernick do best?
Read the option.
He's mobile.
The option play.
Exactly. If he needs to do an option play, they have it in the playbook.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I don't see why he didn't get signed.
You know why he didn't get signed. They don't want the controversy.
What controversy?
They don't want all the media attention.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I mean, it's so hypocritical. You finally decided to take a knee, yet the person who started taking knees still hasn't found a job. When freaking the worst quarterback in my opinion that's starting, smoking Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler got a job for Colin Kaepernick. And what did he do in London? What did he do besides get dominated by the New Orleans Saints defense?
Good on the scoreboard.
A big fat 0. One drive that looked good, and then it ended with an interception. After that, absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Colin, I mean, and then you have Derek Carr get hurt, and clearly, Colin Kaepernick is still available, yet he cannot find a job because of the little protest that he did. Oh my God, it makes no sense. When you can get people, how's it his fault?
Well, I mean, he didn't have to do the protest on the field.
Sometimes you have to send a message. What bigger way to do that? What time? Right. If you want people to pay attention to this, send a message. I mean, it makes no sense when drunk drivers, people who do drugs can get a job, but yet I can't do one protest, and man, I can't even find a job to save my life. Yeah. I mean, Cleveland. Cleveland, the place where careers go to die. I mean, won't sign him. It's like he has this little odor where, I don't want no Colin Kaepernick. It makes no sense. Colin Kaepernick, he has talent. I believe he has talent, and he could help save a franchise if people give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't give him a chance, then how are they going to? How? I mean, he will go down as history as the one who took a stand and said these protests is just makes no sense.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. Hopefully, Colin Kaepernick will find a job because I believe he's got talent. There were parts of it where I saw it and I was like, and whatever team, depending which
the last
team,
time I really saw a spark when he was playing against Chicago last year. Not even gonna lie to you.
Chicago. That's funny.
He looked good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, but which team, if any, before let's end this with it, which team, if any, would you want Colin Kaepernick to go towards?
You know what? I would actually kind of like to see him in New York with the Jets.
The Jets could surely use him.
Exactly.
I would say the Raiders.
I don't want to see him in Oakland. He'll just be a backup.
At least he'll have a job, but I mean, I don't want him going to Cleveland. Let's get that out of the way right now.
Hold on a second.
He's not. I mean, Cleveland's just 100% sucks. I'm just saying. Tony, you still there?
I'm still here. I'm absolutely still here.
Okay, then. Next up. Unfortunately, Colin Kaepernick can't find a job, but you know who can find a job and throw a little temper tantrum? His name.
Hey, give me just a second. I'll be right back.
You know. Oh, Tony, I'm going to hurt you. Tony is now going off the air. But also what happened in the Ravens Steelers game, you had Antonio Brown go with a little tirade about him not getting the ball. Sometimes you're just not going to get the ball, and you won't get the ball, and then you whine about it. I mean, he kind of has a point with the fact that he doesn't get the ball, but hey, don't cause a distraction when your team is winning. It's an unnecessary distraction. Save that for the locker room. The locker room is the most sacred thing out there. Don't put it out all in the on the field where everyone can see, and they're like, "Oh, why are you throwing a Gatorade bottle?" Wait, is the ghost of Tony back?
I mean, look, he was throwing a hissy fit. Let's just be real.
I mean, yeah, he's throwing a little hissy fit, and now apparently Big Ben and Mike Tomlin do not like that. Tony. Oh God. Tony, Tony apparently is having difficulties. He's frozen in the middle of nowhere. But don't throw a hissy fit. Don't cause distractions for your team in the locker room. That's all it comes down to. You're winning.
Mm-hmm.
You have a chance to maybe get very far in the playoffs. I believe the Steelers. God, that team's gonna be good. That's gonna be a tough out, but I just have questions about their defense.
I don't have problems with the Steelers' defense at all. I just think they're young. That's all it is.
Young defense with Big Ben and arguably the most high-profile offense in the NFL, arguably.
I could see that, but it's at the same time they just need to be on the same page.
Yes.
Clearly, right now there's definitely some issues in the locker
room. Clearly, and that causes distractions. If there are issues in the locker room that start seething up into the upper levels of the management and the players, and that's a disease. Totally disease. And now Tony is back on the air. He's having issues with his internet.
understand what's going on tonight, guys. I apologize. One weird night.
It's one weird night indeed. But Antonio Brown, get your stuff together. Don't cause distractions. You're in a good team. You're not losing, so just stop.
Exactly.
But let's see. Tony, you got one last thing? Because one last thing before we go into predictions from both of us, or do we want me to start off with this?
Let me let you start out with it.
Question: Are the Kansas City Chiefs 4 weeks in the best team in the NFL? They are the only undefeated team left.
I think they are actually. I think Alex Smith has been putting up a MVP type season this year. Yeah, say that because when the draft was going around, we were all like, "Hey, quarterback to replace Alex Smith." Alex Smith clearly saying, "And that."
I mean, what?
Because I'm going to take off. We're going to Super Bowl on my back. He's acting like they're going to be the guys, Raiders or the Patriots.
He went up to Foxborough at a time where like the Patriots have a chance to be 16-0 and absolutely destroyed New England.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's not just the fact that they destroyed New England. It's all the teams they faced this season has not been easy competition, and they just showed that they have the firepower and defense to stand in there and actually compete and get wins.
And compete indeed, but my question is, okay, you're doing all this good stuff on the regular season. What are you going to do come playoff time? I mean, their defense. Their defense is okay. They're a top 5 offense, but their defense missing Eric Berry is kind of a big loss, and they're in like the 20s and on defense.
It's definitely a bit they've been able to compensate with that because they have dealt with this before. They are ready for him to go down. They're probably more ready for every team in the NFL. But at the same time, young players on offense.
Kareem Hunt, Tyreek
they are. Yeah, these two guys have lit fire the Chiefs' tail, and they have ran to the races, literally.
You could make a case for Rookie of the Year, but I'm going to say I'm not going to give it to him, though.
You could also make a case for Offensive Player of the Year so far.
I might give him that, but not Rookie of the Year.
I'm giving it to him.
Nope.
I'll give him that, but not Rookie, because
I'll give him right now. Are we talking about Kareem Hunt, right?
Yes.
Tony, we're talking about.
We are.
We're talking about Kareem Hunt. So
I said absolutely we are.
I would say no, because Rookie of the Year goes to quarterback. And that is Deshaun. Once again, it goes back to Deshaun Watson.
Okay, look, I'll give Deshaun Watson Rookie of the Year, but I'm saying
Offense
Player
of the Year. You can make a strong case. Yes.
Because they usually like to give that award to running backs.
Which I'm perfectly fine with. Just not Rookie of the Year. Even though Kareem Hunt has been playing his tail off for a while. Made no sense.
Yeah. Now, Jeffrey.
Hello.
Shall we get started with our predictions?
I mean, we need to have a little punishment for these predictions, but I just don't know what.
I don't know about that. We'll put the punishments. Guys, tune into our wrestling podcast, please.
I mean, we still need to put James through. You still need to do a power slam. I'm just going to do a fraud splash on him.
Well, if I can get out there, I'll get out there. But you know.
I mean, I can't lift James. There's no way. You know what I mean? So you were hoping it was me, and you know it.
I was.
You jerk.
But now let's start with the New England traveling to Tampa Bay on Thursday night. Color Rush uniform tech. Hey, Jeffrey.
Who do you? Okay, who do you? All right, before we get started, take note. 4 teams are in their bye week. We're starting the bye weeks. The teams that are on bye weeks are Atlanta, Denver, New Orleans, and Washington. Now, who I got for this Thursday night game? I got the New England Patriots. They will rebound. I cannot see them losing 2 straight. Tom Brady's just going to Psycho Tom is going to come out and absolutely destroy Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I got New England.
I absolutely agree because they haven't lost a game on the road this year.
Yeah, that's strange, but they're at home. They're seen to be a different team, and not in a good way.
True.
So,
now, let's just knock this game out.
Let's start with the 12 o'clock games, Tony. Let's start with the 12 o'clock games.
This is a 12 o'clock game.
This is
a 12 o'clock game.
Okay. What?
It's the Cleveland Browns. Your Jets. Oh. Oh.
And the Jets.
Okay. I want the Browns to win. That's it. I'm done.
Jets, Jets. Cleveland sucks. Calm down. Calm down.
Oh my God. Now we have the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Indianapolis to play the Indianapolis Colts.
I'd say the 49ers are the Cleveland Browns of the NFC, so I got to give it to Indy.
As well.
I mean, with just Andrew Luck practicing, if he could play, oh my God, I would just say Indy in a heartbeat.
Jacoby Brissett isn't all that great.
Yeah, clearly.
3-1 Buffalo Bills. That still sounds weird.
Yes.
Versus Cincinnati Bengals. Ooh.
Okay, Cincinnati's got their first win off of the punishment of the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be still their only win. I believe in Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills move on to 4-1.
Well, ever since they got the new offensive coordinator, their offense has been on fire. So I'm going to have to take Cincinnati with this one.
Give me Buffalo.
Jeffrey, the game, if you care about, is the Carolina Panthers going to Detroit to play the Lions.
Why would I care about that? I just know that I believe the Detroit Lions are going to win.
I need Detroit to win. I have a little bit of reason. But at the same time, I'm actually going to give this win to Carolina.
Cam Newton's going back to Cam Bad Newton.
Now, arguably one of the most intriguing games of the week. It's the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles.
I gotta say, I believe in Carson Wentz. Arizona is not the same without no David Johnson.
And you know why I say this is my most intriguing game of the week?
Because you have an upset?
Because my upset pick of the week!
No.
Give me Carson Palmer, baby.
You are such a biased person. What are you saying?
Not bias. It's just, I think it's going to be an upset.
Okay.
Now
the two teams
battle
of the teams that cannot close out.
Exactly. The battle of 0-4 teams. The Los Angeles Chargers traveling to New York to face the New York Football Giants.
I can't believe the Giants are 0-4. I mean, at some point they gotta get their first win. I mean, if they don't win this one, you might as well just sell. You might as well just trade all your players and rebuild.
Right.
I mean, so if you're gonna win one, this is it. Giants.
Yeah. Tennessee and Miami.
True. It's Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler sucks. I just off of that alone, I'll give it to Tennessee.
I gotta agree. I gotta agree. Even though I don't like the fact that Mariota's not playing.
Oh well, it's Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler will win the game for Tennessee.
Now we have the last 12 o'clock game. It's a lot of 12 o'clock games this week. The Jaguars travel to Pittsburgh.
Sorry, Jags. I'm impressed by your defense, but this is Pittsburgh. This is an elite team for years. I gotta say the Steelers.
Not happening. It's going to be Jacksonville Jaguars all the way. I'm telling you. This defense is going to turn up and make Roethlisberger into Swiss cheese. They're going to Antonio Brown in the minced meat, and I don't know what they're going to do to Le'Veon.
Yeah, you don't know what they're going to do to Le'Veon. They're not going to even touch Le'Veon. Le'Veon's going to go off.
Too much, sir. Too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Oakland Raiders at home against the Baltimore Ravens.
Oakland. I mean, but then again, you don't have your quarterback. I got to say Baltimore.
I'm going to say Oakland simply because I think EJ can carry the team.
No.
And then you still got Skittles in the backfield.
Okay, then this game is going to be good. Seattle at the Los Angeles Rams.
Rams.
Ooh.
I think
I have to agree with you because the
Seattle
still has offensive. I say the Rams just to be the fact that Seattle doesn't have any offensive line and Russell Wilson's going to be running for his life.
Exactly.
I got to say Rams.
And now, I guarantee this is going to be this. On Channel 4. Oh, wait, my bad. On Fox, for people watching around the nation, it's going to be America's Game of the Week. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys at Stadium at Arlington, not Dallas. Jeffrey, I know who you're choosing.
He's a bad man.
So guess what? We know who we're picking. So no.
I mean,
on my hat. On my hat.
Your hat says Cowboys, but I'm telling you, he's a bad man. Discount double check, sir.
Mm-hmm. Now, the game of the day, in my opinion, the Chiefs.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait.
Travel to H-Town to play Deshaun Watson and J.J. Watt.
Oh, Tony, this is my upset pick. I believe in Deshaun Watson. Houston is going to give Kansas City their first loss.
Absolutely not. It's going to be a blowout.
In Deshaun Watson.
It's going to be a blowout.
A blowout, sir. When you have a 25,
it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse than the results of the Monday Night Football game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. I just switched it up. What's up?
Okay, hey, this is not the New England Patriots defense. This is the Houston Texans defense, sir.
Okay, man.
Top five defense
with no secondary.
With no okay. Okay, but that front seven. That front seven.
Yeah, okay.
That front seven is going to give Alex Smith some trouble. Now, on the flip side, you have Kansas City's defense, a lower 20s defense, up against that rookie Deshaun Watson, who makes them winners and can beat you by the run, he can beat you by the option play, he can beat you by throwing it deep to DeAndre Hopkins. I'm going to believe in Deshaun Watson.
I can agree with that. I can agree.
I mean, it's gonna be a shoot. If the defense of the Houston Texans cannot shut down the Chiefs' offense, this is gonna be a shootout. But
I hope
in
it's
terms of
a shootout.
defense edge, I hope for a good game. I want Deshaun Watson. I'm hoping for the best, and he is my.
Well,
He's my favorite rookie quarterback I've seen coming out of this draft.
now, if it is a shootout, that's more exciting TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you was not going to be exciting TV. Minnesota Vikings in Chicago.
I mean,
It's
it
not
might
going
be
to be exciting TV. It's the
It
black
might be
and blue
good.
division. And the only reason I'm still calling it the black and blue division is because Minnesota is going to make Chicago black and blue. They're going to beat
Mitchell
the living
Trubisky.
crap out of the Bears.
Mitchell Trubisky is going to get destroyed. I hope he does well, but you're up against the Minnesota Vikings D, who is a pretty good defense, not a scrub defense, a pretty good defense. And on his rookie game, he better impress me. Show me something to prove that why you were the second pick of the draft. Because right now, Deshaun Watson's draft stock. I mean, you should have just drafted him instead.
Yeah, exactly.
But
those are all the games from week 5 in the NFL, baby. We're already a quarter through the season, and I tell you what, it's going to be magnificent. It's going to be stupendous. It's going to be the greatest thing of all time. This NFL season, baby. I tell you, it's going to be marvelous.
Are you finished?
My best Dusty Rhodes impression.
Are you finished?
I'm done. I'm good now.
Okay, this has been Couch Talk, week 5 of the NFL. We will return next week when we talk about week 6 and tell us what we just saw in week 5. Peace be upon you.
And
subscribe. 20 subscribers. That's my goal. I mean, I'm trying to keep the hope alive. Subscribe. For those of you that did not watch this live stream, you can check it out on the archives. Post your comments, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Tony, got anything to say?
Hey, and soon we'll be doing a NBA podcast here at some point. And look, the NBA is the most intriguing thing going on right now besides NFL news. Let's be real.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. So, hit the like button.
Go ahead.
We may get that thing started sooner rather than later. A like button.
Mm-hmm. Yes. If you didn't like that like button, if you dislike this button, well, you can suck like Jay Cutler can.
Ooh, smoking.
Jay Cutler. This is Jeffrey Burtis of the Stadium Junkies Media, signing out.